happening is that we've asked Ormont Vale what they expect our costs to be next year, and they've told us a $5,000 increase. So we've put that in the budget. We always put in the budget the possible additional rental space to show that that could happen if the fair continues to grow. We don't expect that to happen next year, so we have not requested those funds, but we have put them in just as a FYI. Some of the other increases that we are expecting is things that, for example, fair insurance that just continues to go up a little bit every year. Some of the expenses that are going up are actually good. We hope for more premiums to be paid out, more ribbons to be bought, because that means more people participating in the fair. So we anticipate those and and make slight increases to those.
Okay, tell me why.
So those are pretty much what
we own the fairgrounds.
I'm going to have Ashley talk a little bit about
and they got to pay $5,000 to
and why
us.
that shows a bigger
It
increase.
makes no sense.
Good morning, Commissioners. Ashley McClure, met you guys before previously. The ways that we are trying to, again, incorporate more sponsorships into the county include thanking our buyers that come and purchase our 4-H'ers animals. We are trying to do more appreciation to our sponsors, as we don't have much to offer them during the fair because we can't name buildings after them or areas or different types of donations that they've made. So we have a dinner after the fair. This year it'll be August 24th is our projected date for that. We will invite all of the sponsors for the fair to that dinner and thank them for their support of the 4-H'ers. So the fair board will put on that event in August, but like I said, we think it's August 24th. So we think it's important that we acknowledge them, and we will have youth there to make sure that they are there to appreciate the people who are supporting them from our community.
Okay. Questions?
Listen closely.
We do have a 4-H'er here that
to the phone's going off.
Today.
Yeah, sure.
You'll hear them vibrate.
Hi, I'm Cooper Mingarelli, and to encourage you guys to come to the fair, I'm a member of the Indian Creek 4-H Club and on the Shawnee County Youth Committee Council for the Pancake Feed, and we brought you guys some tickets to the Pancake Feed.
Sounds great. We always appreciate being able to support the fair and the Fair Association. It's a great organization, not just for kids outside of the city of Topeka, but all kids. They have a number of activities, and so I would encourage to grow the 4-H, the fair. Its extension office is just down at the same campus where Stormont Vale Event Center is at, and so 17th and Western. And so again, encourage people to get involved in the fair. You don't have to be part of 4-H to be part of the fair. So, all right, very good. Thank you.
Pancakes for Kevin Cook.
Jump around to emergency management. Dusty, take it away.
Morning, Commissioners. Dustin Nichols, Emergency Management. This morning we are just kind of going to go through our mission real quick so you guys are fully aware of what we do. But just as a reminder, we're doing 24-hour Operation Reduce Loss of Life and Property in Shawnee County. And then, of course, we're adopting that whole community concept, trying to work with all of our partners through preparedness, response, recovery, and protection, mitigation. So those are the basics, the basis for pretty much everything we do. And we really increase that unity of effort through working through county leadership, city township leaderships, and organizational partners that we have, as well as other departments. So that's the basic line of our job. And the overall goal, of course, is to keep everybody safe. I mean, long story short, I don't want to drag this out too long, because again, you guys know this, but we base everything on life safety, incident stabilization, and property conservation. This is a big presentation, and you've seen this before. All the things that we do, we could focus down on anything you wanted to, if you have any questions. But obviously, we're looking at our budget request today. So really quickly, everything you're looking at, all of our increases are pretty much related to personnel and payroll increases, with a couple of exceptions. We do have the MCV, which we're Nelson will talk about here in a little bit, as far as the going half with the warranty with Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. Then some of our supplies and materials, you'll see a $7,000 increase. I wanted to mention this, but in particular, it's regarding the badging system as far as the county ID badges. Since that inception, we've been incurring that cost in our budget with few exceptions. There's been a couple times where we've had to increase a lot of those badges because of and contractors are trying to use them for time cards, etc. And we've had a couple of larger departments purchase a box of cards. The thing about these cards, they're very, well, they're protected, and they're done sequentially. So if we examined maybe having different departments buy some, but the minimum amount you can buy is 100, and it doesn't work for a register of deeds, for example. In talking to audit finance in previous years and then following up, we think the best and most efficient way is we just take it at non-cost, and so we're just asking for the $7,000 to keep up that badging and the supplies and everything else, and that way it doesn't. We can keep control of the sequence of the numbers. We do the badging system anyway, and it's just the most efficient. It takes away any responsibility for any other departments other than getting the badges done. So they are controlled. We consider them a controlled item with the Sheriff's Office. They're key fobs, basically. Not all of them, but some of them are key fobs. So they are mechanical. They're equal almost to a mechanical key, except for it tracks who goes in and out. So there is a system that goes with them. They're not just a plastic card. There's a whole process that goes with that. So we think that's better kept with one department versus spreading that out, and that's what that $7,000 increase for the supplies are. The other increase, the bigger one that you see, and I know it kind of sticks out when you look at the increases by department. With our smaller budget, the 25% does look like a huge increase. But what we're looking at is a new position. We're requesting a new position. We are out consistently looking for grants. And I do want to just kind of bring up on the slide here on the right-hand side, you'll see grant acquisition since 2019. We're pretty good at finding grants. That's about $1.5 million that we brought in the county since 2019 through resources. We also have the Emergency Management Program grant, which does go to a position, and we have other grants that we've been able to get over the past couple of years to apply for the projects that we do. We are unsuccessful so far in finding another grant that we can apply to a position. So we are coming back and requesting that increase for that position. And that position would be an emergency management specialist that would be dedicated during the daytime hours. And as you are well aware, sometimes we're working overnights depending on storms or a situation. This person would not be that exempt employee. They would be daytime hours, so we would have some kind of continuity during the day when some of us are trying to get rest, etc. They would also be an emergency management specialist in that they would be assisting in all of the other different sections of our organization. So really focusing on LEPC, Local Emergency Planning Committee, Tier 2 hazmat requirements, exercise, all the requirements that we're required to do in support of COOP and COG, which we're struggling, to be honest with you, we're struggling to get all that stuff done, especially this year with the storms. We've been quite a bit of an increase in storm activity, and then exercises that have been required through CMS. There's other requirements through our partners that need assistance from us, not to mention what's going on with maybe a township or a city that we need to assist here and there. And those requests have increased as well. So that position would absolutely help out there. And after we did the organizational study here in the past few months, we realized that we had a few positions on our books that we removed because they were all interims. So we removed all those positions that weren't filled, save one, our logistics person, who we might see in retirement maybe in the next 5 years. So this new position would also be training for that position, so we do have some kind of continuity going that way as well. So I can stand for any questions before I bring Nelson up to talk about capital outlay, because it's very specific.
Questions? No? All right.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
So can you explain what the MCV warranty is again?
I'm going to bring Nelson up.
Perfect.
Specifically
Perfect
talk about-
segue then.
I did fail to mention, we do have one capital outlay project that I can just briefly mention is that the replacement vehicle of our 211 Tahoe. We're finding those former law enforcement TDI vehicles work really well for us. We don't have to outfit them as much. So that would be a replacement vehicle on the capital outlay when you see it come up. So I'm going to go ahead and let Nelson talk about capital outlay.
Nelson Castile, Emergency Management Director. Sorry, you had a question?
I was just asking about the MCV warranty increase for this year.
Okay, well, the increase, it's not an increase, but it is, those were piled in with another.
We use the grant fund.
Yeah, so we used the grant fund to pay for it last year. This year, we don't know, or for 25, we don't know that's going to be available. The warranty, and it gives us a long list of things on the vehicle. And what that was in our agreement when we bought it from City of Topeka, we were able to maintain everything pretty much turnkey from them to us as long as we signed a 5-year warranty agreement with Nomad. We are coming up on year 4 of that, so we have 2 more years, and Director Rabb, myself, and Chuck Preedy are looking at whether or not we still need that or not when it comes up to 5 years. So we were locked in. It's between 16 and 18,000. I don't recall the number, and we share that with the sheriff's office, and we each pay a half of that.
So the increase is just was previously covered by grant, and now you're unsure if the grant will pick it up. So if the case the grant doesn't pick it up, you're including it within the budget.
Yep, I'm getting.
Other questions?
Okay, on the capital outlay, you're going to see a couple of things different. Plus, you're going to see that there's probably a lot of requests, and I'm just through them, Jennifer, when she sent out the budget thing. We're working on that 5-year plan. We're putting it out there so you're aware of it, just like we did last year, that there are some items. We have a lot of technology in our job. We have also, because of the ambulance and EMS and fire, we've also partnered with Director Rabb and Sheriff Hill and Under Sheriff Hubler on some of the capital requests that are going to be countywide, and we can relate them back to the continuity of operations, continuity of government, plus getting ambulances and fire trucks and police officers, everybody at the right location. So the first, I'll just go.
See that red
order.
truck?
I don't know what order you all have them in, but
That's McBride.
yes, encryption system-wide. We all know that cybersecurity is really important. So for 2029, we're looking to get the higher level of encryption across the
He's talking.
county here. We're now using the Motorola